Say it with me. It's a great day to be rich. Say it one more time to lock it in. It's a great day to be rich. I am Vivian Rich. I help you live richer with ease as you're building wealth through business. And I am super excited to be here today because we are talking about a subject. What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? Pull up your chair. Come on in. This is a great time to hit that share button, hit that like button for your friends. So bring them on in so we don't grow alone. And while you're doing that, let's go ahead and get ready. Get ready. Say ready. Roll it through the chat. We're ready, ready, because we know our words are life. Our words are life. Everything we experience is life. It comes through our word. That's right. Well, let's get some words together to declare today. 2024, I expect more. Say it with me. 2024, I expect more. Say it again. 2024, I expect more. Right. I expect more from myself, more from others, as well as more from my business. Right? That's what we get. We get what we expect 100%. I want you to pull up your chair and come on in. We're going to talk about what's love got to do with it. You know how Tina says, what's love got to do with it? It's but a secondhand emotion. And especially during this week here that we are embracing in the U.S. as Valentine's week and love and all of that. Let's have a conversation about what's love really got to do with it. Come on, pull up your chair. Okay. So I'm going to just go right on in and just ask you, what is love? What is love to you? What is love to you? I think a lot of times we have different belief systems of love. And with those different belief systems of love, guess what happens? Different expressions of love is shown. That's right. This is a conversation. So come on. We're going to have a conversation. Chime in the chat box wherever you are. Be sure to tap that chat button and let me know. Let's have this conversation. I can see you definitely now. I love it that I can see your chats. So let's have the conversation. What's love? What is love? Because a lot of times we have this thought that comes to mind. For some of us, it's like warm and fuzzy and all the things running through gardens of flowers and, just fragrance and feeling just light and butterfly and all of that. And then some, when that term is used, it's like, Tina, what's love got to do with it? Huh? What is love but a secondhand emotion? Let's get to talk about this today. We're going to explore what is love for you. Because, Richmond, I truly believe this, especially after having reached this season in life and having had several experiences with romantic love and also love with my children, love with my businesses, and love with things that I enjoy in life. There are different types of love I've learned to discover. There are multiple types of love out here. And for us, I think many people throw a Band-Aid and use the love word as a Band-Aid on all situations and all things, and it's actually not applicable. Yes, it's not applicable in some instances. So let's go ahead and let's explore, what is love? What is love? So I got to dig in a little bit deeper into this here, understanding it, and it got into a lot of the psychological and medical terminology and verbiage that I thought, okay, I was getting a little twisted with it. But then I was like, okay, it took me a minute to catch up with it, but I got it. Okay, I did get it. Because what I come to know, is that it starts with a thought. It starts with a thought. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of security. It's a thought which grows into a feeling. And then from that feeling like, I feel light. I feel love. I feel light. I feel secure. I feel protected. I feel cared for. That's the thoughts that come when I think of love. And I would think for the majority of people, they're somewhere on that line as well of thought when they think of the word love. Now, let's explore love a little bit more. It's an emotion. Some people like Tina says, what's love but a secondhand emotion? A secondhand emotion. Well, a secondhand emotion does not infer anything good to me. So I think Tina might have had some situations with the person she was singing that song to. It was secondhand. It was not a good place. But for you and I, rich friends, we get to define our love. What is love for us? What does it look like? What does it feel like? In the chat, when you hear the term love, what comes to mind for you? What thoughts come? Because it's a thought that's first. And then there is a feeling that comes next. What is the feeling that you get? What is the feeling? And that feeling then expresses itself through emotions. That's energy in motion. Okay. You've heard it, right? Love is a verb. Love is a verb. It's doing things. It's in doing things. It's not an adjective to describe things. It is a doing. It is a state of being. It is a state of well-being. And this is what we get to describe for ourselves, rich friends, because a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in the commercialism of love that they're selling us, and we don't know what love is for ourselves. And I invite you to take some time to think on this. What is love for you? Because if you came from a parent, a household where people invested in you and uplifted you and shared with you that, you can be great, you can experience things, and they poured into you positivity, things of life, seeds of life to germinate into your garden so you can grow and be prosperous in this life experience, be it financial as well as emotional and relationship wise. You experience a different type of love. That is love for you. Now, if you grew up in a home where it was otherwise, then that is love for you. And you may be saying, well, I don't believe in love. If it doesn't hurt, it's not love. Well, my rich friend, I disagree with that. I want to invite you to a new way of thinking, that love does not have to hurt. It does not. It doesn't have to be a painful experience, but because you get to define what love is for you. I think where it gets to be painful is when we don't have a clear definition of what love is for us. When I say for us, for you individually, what is love for you? What does it look like? What does it feel like for you first and foremost? Then it can take on the shape of an appearance. It's not an appearance of 6'3" with biceps and tight abs and, the tight glutes. That is a form of physical love, which is eros. Okay, that's an arousing love. Now, or a Coca-Cola bottle, 32, 36, 24, or however, 36, 24, 36. That is eros. That's a type of love. That is not the true embodiment of the whole concept of love. I want you to think beyond that, my rich friends. I want you to give yourself permission to experience beyond the physical, beyond, my sibling, my love for my siblings or my man or mankind. I want you to go beyond that. I want you to go so far beyond that you go to what is love to me. Where am I? What am I demonstrating as love? How am I showing up as love? Look at yourself. Think about, what is loving to you? What does it feel like? What does it feel like? When we get the feeling of it, oh my goodness, we will then get to experience more of it. You have to look beyond just where you are and what's outside of you. I want to invite you to come inside. Come inside. Come on inside. Someone type in the chat. Come inside. Come inside. So when you come inside of yourself, you're then able to look and say, okay, love for me looks like this. This is what your girl had to do. Okay. True transparency and growth. I had to look at my relationships with love, because there was a season I went through love with the opposite sex and with my children's father and with other, relationships where I was on a pattern. There was a certain behavior that was constantly showing up in those loving relationships, infidelity, things like that, and lack of trust, lack of self-esteem on my part. Those were all a common thread. And why were they a common thread? Why were they a common thread? Why would you think there would be a common thread? They would be a common thread because I am a common denominator. Woo! Right? Mind blown. That's right. If you're experiencing a series of relationships and interactions, not just romantic relationships, but interactions with people, and it's less loving than what you'd like to experience, I invite you to have a seat, look at yourself, look at the woman and the man in the mirror, and say, am I the reflector? Am I the source of love? Am I giving what I want? Am I being what I want to be? And you can't say that until you sit down and spend time with yourself and define what it is you want to be. What does love look like for you? Does love look like, paying all my bills, taking care of me? Does love look like honesty? Does it look like truth? Does it look like caring? Does it look like respect? What does it look like to you? And so until I got to a place where I can look at and write down some of the things, what I perceived at the time where I was, what love looked like for me and what it felt like for me. Up until then, I had been experiencing all the things that the world and everyone else says, not just the world, but just what everyone else said what love should be like. And I will tell you this, rich friend, it is a growing process. It is a constant up-leveling in love. As you're up-leveling yourself, your love up-levels as well. It means it goes deeper into you. You get to define it more clearly. You get to experience it more definitely. You get to be it more often. You get to be the love that you expect, the love that you deserve. You get to be that. And by being that, you cannot have nothing less than that come back into your experience. So once I got myself right, I got me a nice hunk of chocolate. Okay, a nice on their rose side. Yes, I got someone before I can get to just the physical side. I got someone that loved me mentally, spiritually, that cared for me, that shows me what that respect looks like, because I was emanating that respect and that love and that caring. So I naturally would only attract that type of energy. I no longer attracted deception because I was at a place where I wanted to be totally transparent. And I could be confident within myself that my truth is my truth. And you know what? It's okay, even if it's not a pretty truth. But my truth is my truth. And I'm with someone that I felt safe enough to be with. I could accept their truth. Okay? I couldn't accept their truth if I couldn't accept my own truth. So, rich friend, I invite you to accept your truth. Accept your truth of where you are and be open to expand. I'm telling you, be open to expand. Okay. If you didn't hear anything else, be open to expand, because when you're open to expand, it's going to be a continual love affair with yourself first and foremost. And then it's going to continue to expand to be a loving affair with others around you. So once I got that particular concept of what love is for me, I have been able to attract, this is laws of attraction, as many of you are aware of. I have been able to emanate it first. That means send it out. And so it naturally was coming to me, and it still does come to me on a continual basis, and it gets deeper and stronger. And I invite you, rich friend, to sit with yourself, give yourself the opportunity to just feel what love feels like for you. Remember, it's a thought first. We're going to think about it. We got to sit down and think, okay? We are in God's image. We are God being. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we have the capabilities of thinking, okay? That was a gift to God gave to mankind, all right? Be it God, whatever you want to call it. That was the gift that all that there is gave to mankind, the ability to think and to communicate, all right? Think and communicate. So let's do that. We're going to think this thing and feel our way. What does love feel like to me? That's your homework tonight. What does love feel like? What does love feel like to me? And that means you're going to have to think about it. When you think of the term love, what do you get to redefine this? You get to redefine this regardless of what your upbringing and what your past experiences with love has been up until this moment. You now get to define it. All of that is irrelevant. It's behind you. Today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are right now, take the opportunity to define love for yourself. Define love. What does it feel like? Okay. What is the thoughts of love? Just take a blank sheet of paper and just write down thoughts and love. And then just write down everything that comes to your mind. And then do the same, write the word feeling. And write down everything that comes to your mind about the feeling of love. You know, is it walking through a garden? Is it walking on the beach? Is it flying in airplanes? Is it living in a high rise? Is it living in a countryside? Is it just sitting down in your own silence? Ooh, now that one is deliciously different. Yes, you get to define this, all right? And when you get those things together, I want you to go through and circle three that just really resonates with you instantly. Just circle 3 of them. And you're starting now to define what love is for you, your love. And that is the love that you embody. That is the love that you resonate with. That is the love that you emit to others. And that is the love that you will receive. All right. That's part 1 of what's love got to do with it. We're going to continue on this conversation this week with what's love got to do with it, because there's so many different levels of it. And we want to make sure that we are getting the love that we deserve all the time, on demand. Okay. Yes, Richard, because we are entitled to it, because we are divinely protected and lavishly cared for. So therefore we are entitled to have love on demand as we define it. But we got to be clear of what it is. Take the opportunity to invest in yourself to define love for yourself. This night is your homework. And be sure, if you feel bold and confident enough, you can go ahead and share that on the platform. You know, what your love expectations, what your love looks like. And we're going to continue on this conversation tomorrow. Well, we're going to talk more about your love languages. All right. Love languages. We need to know how it speaks. So we need to know those things. And in knowing that, we're going to be able to practice it, emit it, embody it, and emit it and receive it. Okay. So I really invite you to come back, but don't come back alone. Bring a friend with you. I'm looking forward to helping you to live richer with ease, not only in business, but also within your mindset and your leadership style. These all go together, rich friends. And I appreciate you for being here. If you want to get in touch with us and find out more resources that we have, go ahead and visit us over at the Live Richer with in the link in the description box before or below on the platform that you're on. Just go ahead and look down in there and you can hit links for you. Links for you will have a lot of different ways that you can communicate and contact with us over at livericherwithease.com. That's where we are. But be sure to give it a like and to give it a share, this video. If you found something of value and importance to you, go ahead. The best thing we can do for each other and the best form of love that you can do for this channel, showing it some love, is to share it. All right. I really appreciate you for being here today, because today is a great day to be rich. Realize I create happiness. Until tomorrow, till the next time, look forward to seeing you continue to live richer with ease.